Today's illustration is a piece that I really like, and I thought it was cute and creepy, and it took me a while to draw this one up. I just sat in bed one night and just drew away onto a piece of my Strathmore hot pressed paper, and yes, came up with this idea of a young girl just reading a story, or just reading this book, and it's a book of the dead, to her little demon friends and her little ghost friends and all her little creepy friends. Now, the main aim to this piece was to keep the young girl as innocent and as sweet looking as possible, and then have all the little creepy things around her creepy and weird, basically. That is where I was going with this piece. So I wanted to keep her normal with not normal things. And the story behind this illustration is that she likes to read this particular book, and she's been reading it for a while, and she's been reading it to her little friends. Now, as I was drawing this piece, I came up with the story as I was drawing it, and I had a few little smiles and whatnot on my face just thinking of the story, because usually I think of a story after I've drawn the piece, not while I'm drawing it, which is really cool. And I've been starting to do that lately, where I've been as I've been creating the illustration and drawing the illustration, I've been coming up with the storyline. But the funny thing is, as I was painting this piece, I came up with another story for this illustration. My story to this piece is, she's just a young girl. She likes to sit in her room at night, and she's just normal. She's just like every other normal young girl out there, and she's absolutely engrossed in this Book of the Dead, and she loves reading it. She reads it every night since she got the book. And she reads it to her little friends, which are demons, a little dragon on the side there, ghosts, the dead, zombies. And yeah, this is her little read time with her friends, basically. And, you know, she's a little bit of a loner at school, and that's why she comes home and she sits down with all these other little creatures that she's made her friends, and just reads them this book, because deep down she's interested in this creepy, wonderful stuff that a lot of people that she knows does not understand. They don't understand why she likes this creepy stuff and why she's reading this stuff. So it sort of sets her apart from everybody else, basically. So she comes home, and when she opens this book, it has this glow that you'll see bathes her face and the faces of her little friends that are reading it with her. And that is the story. She does this every night, and what I've done with the eyes of all the creatures that are surrounding her, and even her eyes, I have made them so she is really like pink. Her eyes are red, like they have been reading this book for hours, because they're just absolutely engrossed, and they're probably even staying up really late at night reading this book. And that's the reason why she has these bags under her eyes, and her eyes are so red, because she is tired, but she's having such a great time with her friends that she doesn't want to put the book down, and they don't want to leave either. That was a very in-depth sort of story I came up with yeah, of this young girl. And I sort of sat back and I thought about it, and I thought, wow, I can really relate to her, because as a teenager and even a young girl, I was always different from everybody, and I was always into just creepy, weird stuff that no one else was into, and everyone thought I was like extremely weird. I even had people worried about me, to why I liked all this just creepy, dark stuff. And it's just what I like. It's not because I am messed up in my head. Well, I am, but we won't go there. But it's not because of any other reason, that I'm just drawn to it, and it doesn't make me into a horrible person, or a sadistic person. I'm far from that in real life. I'm just drawn to dark, creepy things. I just like it. It's just, I can't draw anything that's lovely and nice. Everything that comes out of me is dark and twisted, and I'm 100% comfortable with that. That's what I love, and I'm drawn to it. I'm drawn to gothic horror things. It's just what I like. So I can sort of see why I sort of really related to the story, and maybe I'd say the story came out of the depths of my brain, because I can see myself in this young girl. So this illustration took me quite a while. I started just the watercoloring alone at like, I think 8:30 at night, and I didn't finish till about 11:30, and I still hadn't finished. So I actually continued this picture on in the next day, and it took me a further hour to do the rest. But I actually did the line art to this piece quite a few days ago, probably even a week ago, and I've just thrown it into a pile and haven't done anything with it, and been drawing other things, and have just decided to pull it out and watercolor it. And I was so glad that I did, because I wasn't actually going to do this piece yet. I was actually going to put a few more other illustrations first before I put this one up, but I'm glad I didn't, because I really enjoyed painting this illustration. I honestly had a lot of fun, and I not only do I use watercolor, but I pull out the black acrylic again, and by the thumbnail I'm going to fool everybody again. I didn't do this illustration on black paper. Well, obvious, because you've seen the video up until now. You'll see that I've done it on white paper. I just coloured the back, like all the background, all the white background in with the black acrylic. So it really gives that tone that she's sitting in her room, in a dark room, no lights on. The only light that is showing is a little lamp that's maybe on a desk, you know, in the corner of her room, and the light that's coming out of this book. So that's what I wanted to do. Like the other piece that I did with the black, with the Ocean Maiden, I did like this illustration on the white background, but I didn't do it. I didn't leave it white, because I wanted it to be black to portray that it's at night, she's sitting in a dark room, it's late, they're tired, they're all so tired, and they are like reading this book because they're so engrossed in this Book of the Dead. So I put a touch of blood splatter on the book just to say that, you know, this book's been in the hands of some creepy people. And to be honest with you, my most favourite part in this whole piece is her hands. I'm actually quite proud of myself for drawing her hands on that book. I honestly, when I started drawing those hands, I didn't think I was going to pull it off. And I feel as though I did. I'm hoping you guys think I did. But yeah, I just really love the way I did those hands on that book. So yeah, I'm happy with this piece. I really am. Even with getting out my pastel, I got my pastel set out and took the yellow pastel pencil out to then put that yellow glow on all of the features, and I'm sort of hoping I got that right. I sort of got a little bit confused in where I was going to apply that yellow pastel, because I sort of got a little bit lost and didn't know where the light was going to be hitting on their faces. But I sort of just thought, well, we'll just do it, we'll just see how we go, and if it looks like crap I can pull it off because it's only, well, I can erase it off because it's only pastel. So yeah, I went in and applied all the glow to everything I thought the glow was hitting, and yeah, that's the final piece. Like I said, I'm very happy with this piece. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.